Seen these? Have you read this? Have you gone online into? Yeah, these are the Hebrew scriptures.
I've gone to the Hebrew Gospels. Is that what that's from?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And so you saw the arguments why?
I haven't spent a lot of hours on it. No.
I had to spend a month
I would need to spend more.
praying and convincing the Lord to show me, is this true or not? Because that's what it comes down to. Is it true? Is it the original or not?
Right.
If it's the original, that's what we study. I mean, God said, what did he say? What did Gabriel say to Daniel in Daniel 12? When
Seal up this vision for it's for the
end of days. And then learning will be multiplied fast. There will be great learning in the end of days. And we often think, oh, that's the computers. No, this is God revealing to us in the end of days more accurately his truth.
Well, why is it that there were so many other Bibles written? Their intention was good, I suppose, to write all these ESVs, all these other translations. When that was available,
it wasn't available.
When did
this was found starting in 1948 in what is called the Dead Sea Scrolls, is when we started to find different ones. But this document that this is based on is the MS, the document 001.16 from the Cambridge University Library. They found the document in the Cambridge University Library. They took pictures of it, which are all online. And then this family, given to us by God, Hebrew family, Hebrew Messianic family, then translated them into English from the original. And they're the ones making the argument.
Yeah.
So it was found in those caves when the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, and then it was put into the Cambridge University Library.
I don't know if that is true, but I think that's exact true. But the Dead Sea Scrolls, what was so good about Dead Sea Scrolls was these are gobs of partial and some complete manuscripts found written in Hebrew. 80% of them written in Hebrew, about 16% or 76%, about 20% written in Aramaic, and about 6% written in Greek. Now, what's important is these manuscripts were in these caverns all the way up until Rome came, until Jerusalem was destroyed in 70 AD. And then all the Jews were dispersed. So they were hidden in these caves. So most of these manuscripts, many authors would say all of them, come from 150 BC before Christ, or maybe 400 BC before Christ to 150 after Christ. But they show that the language of the Hebrews in Israel during the time of Jesus spoke Hebrew and not Greek. They have documents that show the different things they had to do when they lived in this village, the prayers in their own Greek. In Hebrew.
Those 7 churches up in modern-day Turkey were
now they're Greek. They're Greek. So these were found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, which are in Qumran in Israel, and in the surrounding area of that desert. And they were mostly in Hebrew. Yes.
So who was speaking Hebrew? I'm sorry, I missed that.
The Jews during Jesus' time, all the way up to about 150 at least. Now, as I understand it, and I'm not the best scholar, but I've been reading the scholars, is that the scholars have always said that in Jesus' time they spoke Greek. Hebrew was all done. They weren't using Hebrew anymore. But the evidence has been showing that Hebrew was being used all the way up to approximately 150 AD, at least until Jerusalem was destroyed in 70 AD, and then the church was dispersed. Jews were dispersed. Everyone was dispersed, right? Then when they went to the 7 churches in Turkey, they needed Greek versions. So then they was transferred or translated. The Greek was translated from the Hebrew. Now, I'm not going to say that all the New Testament was originally in Hebrew. There's good arguments for not saying. But what I am saying of what I've been presented, what's in this book, which is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Were all originally written in Hebrew. And Jude, Revelation, and James. Now they're doing all the work for us. We just have to read their work. And so you could go online and you can go to what's called the Hebrew Revelation or the Hebrew Gospels, and you can go online and see their arguments. You could read their arguments, and you can watch their videos. And they're very easy to understand, even for if you're not a language expert like me. So, but let's go on. Let's